Takadosh Boker or Masechet Sanhedrin Daf Yomi, which is Daf Ayin Tet Amud Aleph. This is going to be 79, but we're going to start on 78b, the Mishnah on the bottom of the page. Imagine right now somebody wants to kill an animal, and then without kavanah he comes and he kills a human being. He thought it was an animal, and then it was, or they were right beside each other or whatever it is, and then it was a human being. He thought to kill a non-Jew, right? And he killed a Jew. Lenefel, he thought he was going to kill a nefel, which is not going to be, right? It's not going to live. And it was a ben kayama, a regular child. Patur, he's going to be patur in all these cases. Why? He didn't have kavanah to kill. That means even though he did have kavanah to kill an animal or to kill something else, but it was not the same kavanot. Okay? נתכוון להכות על מותניו, ולא היה בה כדי להמיתו מותניו, והלכה לה ליבו, והיה בה כדי להמיתו ליבו. What happens if he hit him on the loins? I think they call it the loins. Loins, yeah? That's how they say it in English? Loins? Motnav. It's on the motnaim, it's on the, not the thigh, but it's, yeah. Loins, very good. Okay, now it couldn't have killed him when he hit him there. But what happened was the guy moved a little bit or whatever happened, and all of a sudden it hit him on his heart, and then it killed him. He's going to be patur. If you wanted to hit him on the heart, though, Mishnah on the top of Ayin Tet Amud Aleph, and he could have killed him, and then it went on the loins and it couldn't have killed him, and he dies, he's still going to be patur. Why? Because the ma'aseh that he did was not enough to kill. So it means even though he did have kavanah to hit him on the heart, the fact that he hit him only on the loins, right, is not enough to have him killed. What happens if he wanted to hit an adult? And the adult, if he would have hit him in such a way, it wouldn't have killed him. But instead of it hit a child. And therefore it did kill the child. It's going to be patur. Patur. What happens if he was going to hit a child? And it was enough to kill the child. But instead it hit the gadol. Now when it hit the gadol, the older one, the adult, it didn't have enough to kill him. But it did actually kill him. He's also going to be patur. Why? Again, because the action that he did was not enough to kill. Aval, however, though finishes the Mishnah, nitkaven lakoto al motnav, if he had kavanah to hit him on the loins. And it was enough to kill him on the loins. And then it went on his heart and he killed him. Here he's going to be chayav. Because either way, whether it's his kavanah or his actions, he was going to kill. Or another case, if he had kavanah to hit the gadol, and it was enough to kill the gadol, but now it went on to the katan and killed the katan, so for sure he's still going to be chayav. Why? Because it doesn't matter whether the kavanah or the action, both of them was enough in order to kill, and therefore he's going to be chayav. Rabbi Shimon Omer, no. Says Rabbi Shimon, even if he had kavanah to kill one and killed somebody else, he's always going to be patur. Why? Because it's not the same kavanot. Meaning he wanted to kill one, but he killed somebody else. So it doesn't matter. He's always going to be patur in such a case. Okay? Everyone clear until here? That was a Mishnah. Okay. Says the Gemara, Rabbi Shimon Ahai. On which case is Rabbi Shimon going on? Rabbi Shimon says, even if he's mitkavel la'arog et ze v'harag et ze, he's going to be patur. Which case is he going on? Ilema seifa. If you're going to tell me that it's on the last case, Rabbi Shimon poter mi ba'ale. So you should have just said Rabbi Shimon poter. Why does he have to say, no, Rabbi Shimon omer, afilu mitkavel la'arog et ze v'harag et ze, it's going to be... Just say, Rabbi Shimon poter. If that's going on the seifa. It's going on the latter part of the Mishnah. Ela, but rather, a reisha. It's going on the reisha. נתכוון להרוג את הבהמה והרג את האדם, לא וקום יורג את זה, נפלים והרג בן קיימה, פטור. הנתכוון להרוג את זה והרג את זה, he's going to be חייב. רבי שמעון אומר, אפילו נתכוון להרוג את זה והרג את זה, פטור. Meaning, what was the reisha? The reisha was, what happens if you wanted to kill an animal, and you killed a human being? You wanted to kill a goy, and then you killed a Jew. You wanted to kill a nefel, and then you killed a ben kayama, you're going to be patur. But, what happens if you had the kavanah to kill the Yisrael, right? And then, right, you killed another one, right? You're still going to be chayav. So on that, Rabbi Shimon comes and argues and says, no, that even if you had kavanah to kill one Jew, but you killed another Jew, you're still going to be patur, because you didn't have kavanah to kill this Jew, right? So that's what Rabbi Shimon is poter. So says the Gemara, one second. Pshita, it's pashut, kai Reuven and Shimon, if he has Reuven and Shimon beside each other. Right? Ve'amar, and he says, Ana Reuven kamechavna. He had kavanah to kill Reuven. Shimon kamechavna. He does not have kavanah to kill Shimon, right? But it actually did kill Shimon. So Hainu Plagtayu. That's a machloke between the Tanakama and Rabbi Shimon. Amar lechad minaihu. But if he just said I had kavanah to kill one of them, what's halacha? I wanted to kill, but one of them. I didn't care which one. Inami kasava Reuven v'nimtza Shimon. Mai. Or he thought it was Reuven and really was Shimon. What's halacha? So Tashema, the Tanya Rabbi Shimon, we learned that Rabbi Shimon says, Ad shiomar leploni ani mitkaven. According to Shtat Rabbi Shimon, you're only going to be chayav when you say that you had kavanah for ploni. You had kavanah to kill ploni. Okay? By the way, you should know, I think in secular law, it's also very similar. There's different words, right, for different things. For example, there's murder, unpremeditated murder, which means that they already thought beforehand to kill. But then there's something else which is called manslaughter. So many times the manslaughter is when it's done below chavana. So for example, somebody was a reckless driver. Yes, let's say a guy was a reckless driver and then boom, he ran over somebody and he killed him. So it's not murder, like it wasn't that he took the car to kill, right? But the fact that he didn't, it's called manslaughter. So many times you'll see that there's going to be differences in how it's termed, meaning the term of what it is, that he has to have kavanah to come and to kill. So here, what he's trying to say is that he has to have kavanah for this guy. So my tamad Rabbi Shimon, what's the reasoning of Rabbi Shimon? And then you also have first degree murder, second degree murder. Like there's many. Again, obviously we would have to understand all the different. No. So now he comes and he says as follows. Yeah, he says, my tamad Rabbi Shimon, what's the reasoning of Rabbi Shimon? Why is it that according to Rabbi Shimon, it has to have you have kavanah until you have kavanah for this guy? Why? So Amar Kra, it says in a pasuk, ve'arav lo ve'kamalav. What does that mean, ve'arav lo ve'kamalav? Meaning that he was waiting in ambush. You know what ambush is? Yeah, la rovalav, right? Kamo urba, bene urba, right? Exactly. So he says, ad she'it kaven lo, until he has kavanah. But Rabbanan, and according to the rabbis, Amri dvere they said in the Academy of Rabbi Yamai, prat lezorakev and lego. That comes to exclude if you threw a stone and there are goyim inside of the akum is inside of the group, and then it killed somebody. So says the Gemara, Hechidam, what's the case? If you're going to tell me that there's going to be Tisha Kutim ve'chad Israel, that there's going to be 9 Kutim and 1 Jew, so typically Druba Kutim, the majority of are Kutim. Inami, even if you're going to tell me it's half, Safek nefesh lakel. How are you going to kill you? Safek nefesh lakel. So Lotzicha, what are we dealing with? The Ika Tisha Yisrael ve'kuti echad mehene. Says no, there's 9 Jews and 1 Kuti. But the kuti is kavua. The whole kavua ka mechzal mechzadami. So since the kuti is kavua, it's considered mechzal mechza, half and half. So therefore, according to that, that's why when he went and he threw the stone, even though there's 9 Jews and 1 kuti, the fact that the kuti is kavua, it becomes like half kutim and half Jews. So bishma the Rabbanan, it's good according to the Rabbanan that they say nit kavala is going to be chayav, and that's why it says Zainu dichtiv chiyun so nashim nagavu yishara. We're talking about that they were fighting like a death, like to kill someone. So that's good according to the rabbis. But according to Rabbi Shimon, what does it mean? What did he do? Remember, if he had kavanah to hit the guy and instead he went and he killed the woman, right? He killed the pregnant woman. So now why in the world would he be chayav in such a case? You understand? It says the Gemara, the Rabbi. Just like Rabbi says, the Tanya Rabbi Omer Rabbi says, nefesh, it's mamon. It's not. He's not going to get killed. So says the Gemara, what? It's mamon or nefesh? Neemra netina lemata v'neemra netina lemala. Ayin teta mubet. Yeah, 79b. He says it says netina above and below. He says just like over there, it's mamon. So meaning when it says v'natata nefesh nefesh, it never meant to kill the guy. According to Shitat Rabbi Shimon, it's only money. Meaning if he went right now and he killed the woman, he only has to pay money. Why? He didn't have kavanah to kill the woman. He only had kavanah to kill the man. So the fact that he killed the woman, he's patur. Yeah, which is incredible. Again, halakha is not like that. But I'm just saying that's shitat Rabbi Shimon. Okay, so Amar Rava says, "Hi, the Tana v'Chizkiya mapke mid Rabbi, am mapke mid Rabbanan." So it comes out the Tana v'Chizkiya is not like Rabbi, not like Rabbanan. Why? The Tana v'Chizkiya make adam make bema. מה מכה בהמה לא חילקת בין שגל המזיד מה מתכוון לשלא מתכוון בין דרך ידיעה לדרך עלייה בתורו ממון אלא לחייבו ממון אף מכה אדם לא תחלוק בו בין משוגג מזיד במתכוון של מתכוון מדרך ידיעה לדרך עלייה, חייבו ממון, אלא לפוטרו ממון. So he says, what does that mean? Just like by a behemah, when you hit a behemah, you think there's a difference how you hit the behemah? Derech aliyah, yirida, upwards motion, downwards motion, shogeg, mezid. When you kill an animal, you have to pay money. I don't care how you did it. You have to pay money. So he says the same thing with makeh adam. So he says, מה שאינו מתכוון, what does it mean אינו מתכוון? If you're going to tell me אינו מתכוון כלל, so then that's shogeg. אלא pshita, but the kavanah is, אינו מתכוון לזה ולזה. You didn't have kavanah to kill this person, but you had kavanah to kill somebody else. And we said it's going to be lechayvo mamon, lepotro mamon. Now, 1 second. If you're going to tell me now that he has to get killed, you don't need a ptur from mamon. It comes out that according to that, you're not going to be chayav to be killed, and you're not even chayav to pay money. Meaning, Tanat vechizkia is even worse than Rabbi Shimon. According to Rabbi Shimon, you're patur mimita, but you're chayav kesef. According to Tanat vechizkia, you're going to be patur mimita, and patur from kesef also. Why? You didn't have kavanah. So even though you had kavanah la'arog ben adam echad, v'arakta ben adam sheni, you're still patur. It's a huge chidush, right? But obviously we don't pass like that. But again, or actually I'm not really sure, because here you got a whole bunch of alifs, but I don't know. You would have to see exactly how to. Here there's Rambams, there's Shulchan Aruchs, there's this, there's that. Fine, but it's to do with Mammon more than anything else. Okay, next Mishnah. Okay, Mishnah on Ayin Tet Amud Bet. Says the Mishnah, Rotzeach shenitarev ba'acherim. What happens right now if the Rotzeach ran away into a group of people, right? And what happens is you don't know who's the Rotzeach. Kulam pturim, everyone's patur. Right? Why? You don't know who's the murderer. Yudah says, Konsino tan kippah. Right? We come and we put them all in a kippah until they all die. Remember, whenever it says Konsino tan kippah, we put them into a jail, cheder naul, right? Into a closed room. Machilim otam sham seorim, and we give them barley at tibakak resam, until their stomachs explode. Yeah? Fine. So he says over here like this. So he says, "Kol chayvei mitot shenitarvu b'zeh b'zeh." The same halacha would apply if you have any chayvei mitot that they got mixed up between each other. Nidonim bekala. You always give them the least of them, right? Which means you're going to give them the lightest of all the death penalties. Haniskalim b'nisrafim. When you have sekila serefa. So now again, what according to Rabbi Shimon, what are you going to give them? No. But you only have sekila and serefa. According to Rabbi Shimon, which one's stricter?
Serefa, according to Rabbi Shimon.
Very good. So Serefa, according to Rabbi Shimon, is more strict. So if I just told you you have to give them the lighter of them, what do you have to give them? Sekila. Very good. That's what he says. Haniskalim ben israfin. When you have sekila that gets mixed up with Serefa, Rabbi Shimon says you give them sekila. She Serefa chamura, because Serefa is more chamur. Chachamim say no. Nidorim v'Serefa, because sekila is more chamur. Amar lahem, Rabbi Shimon says, Rabbi Shimon, ilu lo hayta srefa chamura lo nitara bat kohen shezinta. He says, 1 second. Why is it that you give it to a bat kohen shezinta? Because srefa is more chamur. That's why a bat kohen she... Amru lo, and they told him, ilu hayta sekila chamura lo nitara megadev. What about avodah zarah? Meaning, obviously, sekila is much more strict because look, avodah zarah. You give it, it's a worse punishment. Haneragim nechenakin. Say machloket. Hereg and chenek. According to Rabbanan, what is more strict? Hereg is more strict. Very good. According to Rabbi Shimon, chenek. So therefore, if they get mixed up between each other, what do they get? According to Rabbi Shimon, hereg. Yeah, hereg. Saif is hereg. Very simple. One more time. According to Rabbi Shimon, what's stricter? Just do the opposite of what we do. Sekila, serefa, hereg, v'chenek. So we know that hereg is stricter than chenek. Okay, but according to Rabbi Shimon, chenek is stricter than hereg. So if they get mixed up between each other, chenek and hereg, what do they get? The lighter one. What's the lighter one? Hereg. According to Rabbi Shimon, hereg. According to Chachamim, chenek. Yeah, Chachamim chenek. So says the Gemara, man acherim. Because it said in the Mishnah that what does it mean that they got mixed up with acherim? Meaning the murderer got mixed up with other people. If you're going to tell with acherim ksherim, pshita, obviously what? You're not going to kill anybody. Imagine right now you have somebody murder, but he had whatever it was. All of a sudden he runs and he goes into a group of people and you don't know who it is. So what? You want to kill everybody? The other people, they're ksherim. They're regular people. Why are you going to kill them? The two, and furthermore, and Rabbi Yehuda says you put them all in jail. Miskinim, the other guys, they didn't do anything. Imagine, because one murderer ran in between them, now you're going to put all of them in jail, feed all of them barley, and have all of them get killed. Miskinim, what did they do? Right? Siman, this is Beshurak. It says here, Amar Rabbi Avhu, Amar Shemuel, Hacha berotzeach shelo nigmar dino shenitarev b'tzchim acharim shenigmar dino skirin. No. We're talking about a rotzeach that he was not nigmar din, that he went and he got mixed up with other rotzchim that they were already nigmar din. So therefore, what happens is that they're all rotzchim basically. The other ones, right? There's all of them were actually nigmar din. One of them was lo nigmar din. So Rabbanan Savri en gomrin dino shel adam lefanav. You could only be gomer adin in front of him. The hilkach, and therefore kulam turim. They're all going to be patur. Rabbi Yehuda Savar. Rabbi Yehuda comes and he says, "Miftirinu. We're not going to just give them all patur legamre. But they're all rotzchim. Hilkach konsino telekipa. So we put them into the jail. We give them the barley until they explode." Another explanation. The Shakish Amar. Be'adam dechuli amalo pligid v'tiri. Really, be'emet, we're talking about that he was got mixed up, right? Sharotzeach itarevu adam. That everyone says that you're going to be patur. Aval hacha, but over here, beshor shelo nigmar dino shenitarev b'shvarim acherim shenigmar. We're talking about shvarim. So there was one shor that got mixed up with a whole bunch of shvarim. The other shvarim, they were already nigmar din to kill them, right? And this shor was not. So therefore, he says Rabbanan hold that mitat baalim is like mitat ashor. So therefore, you could only do the gmar din of the shor in front of him. And since he ran away and you don't know which one is which. So therefore, that's it. They're all going to be pturim. Rabbi Yehuda holds, no, kill all the shores, put them inside of a jail, let them come and eat until they all die. Okay, and then Amar Rava is going to come and he's going to say a different thing.